The Indian brand to me means a lot of things. For one, America, pioneering, invention, speed, raw power, heritage, legacy.
I can't profess to be an expert at the Indian brand or at the Indian history. I'm a student of it. I'm starting to kind of understand the impact of it as, you know, we've made concepts and taken them out and shown them to customers and hearing their feedback about, you know, what it means to them, how seriously people took it all over the world.
The most important part to me was to listen to the stories and see in the riders' eyes and in those storytellers' eyes, in those photos and in the list of championships that Scout was part of, was to honor those people that put in so much time and sweat and energy and passion and love. My dedication through this bike, the Scout, was to those human beings and their struggles.
The original Scout certainly is a legendary bike, mythical almost. You're not only under the magnifying glass and the pressure of recreating it, but you've got such a high mark that you gotta hit.
You start with the sketch phase. You're designing what the overall emotion or character is gonna be of that motorcycle. All of that comes into kind of this clay, and then you work together to kind of fine-tune and place all these components. Every last mechanical surface and part needs to have attention to detail.
I love a ton of different things about the new Scout. We hit this really great balance between historical elements that let you know that it's a Scout and new technology and new ways of doing things that lets us get to that level of performance that bike was so known for.
I pulled some features from the 20s tanks, features from the 30s Sport Scout fenders, the low and flat kind of accelerating freight train stance, you know, more of the 101 Scout with its longer wheelbase. The structural elements and ribbing and finning in the castings, the cast junctions, the simplicity of the frame, that magic triangle from the front axle, steering head, rear axle, the full paint from the laid down shock, which was typically only a feature of the old rigids, which was full paint from that frame all the way back to the tip of the fender. That's a huge detail.
When I look at it and I look at all that language that's in there and I look at the curves and the flatness of the sides and everything, it really takes me back to this bike, this bike, this bike. I get the 29 in it, I get all those different things, and that balance between kind of knowing what it is. I know that it's a Scout, I know that it's an Indian.
For the engine, I pulled from the gear clusters and clutch packs from the early teens, late teens, the 20s Scout, 30s Scout. It's a motorcycle that constantly looks in motion with grace.
You know, if somebody buys that bike, I hope that they get right away it's a worthy successor. They get right away that it's deserving to be a Scout, that it's a true Indian. The finishes and the way we put the bike together, and it's definitely going to be a premium kind of bike. It's not a low-level bike. It doesn't feel like a cheap entry-level bike. It has presence. It's got this quality and the solidity to it that I think immediately you're going to feel that it's something different, it's something special, it's something unique.
What I hope they get from it, from the riding experience with the new Scout, is smiles and just that adrenaline, that connection with history and the connection with the legacy and the brand through this motorcycle, the new Scout.
You can grow with it. The envelope can be explored for a long period of time. You're not just going to buy it and go, okay, I'm done with that, I better get a bigger bike. There's a depth to the Scout. To ride it at a lot of different levels. It's comfortable just cruising around town, but you can also just rail on it hard in the corner, and it's just right there, and it hauls ass. So I think that, you know, you're going to get a lot of different experiences out of that bike over time. It's very multi-dimensional.
It was a lot of hard work to make this thing perform and handle really, really well and be #1 in its segment, not only by a little bit, but by significant leaps. And so for me to see that come to fruition and hear the comments and kind of enjoy that is just, I'd be super proud.
We're not going to be the ones that are going to get to say that it's legendary. You know, the public's going to have to do that. But when I ride it, what I feel like it's a great start.
I think it's sweet. Sorry.
I'm really proud of my team. I get worked up when I talk about my team. They've bring that passion to work every day. They fight for what they think is right for the product, and they do the best possible job that they can do. It's not always easy. Matter of fact, it's never easy. To do something really great, it's never easy. And they're all willing to put their heads down and grind it to get it right and to really do a good job. And it's an honor to be there for them.
I'm proud as hell, to be honest. I mean, I'm just super, super proud. I think the Indian gods would be pleased with this bike.